Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Going to be playing game number 36 of the Carl Yastrzemski career replay from the 1961 rookie season using inside pitch baseball. Again, game number 36. The Red Sox just played a couple of games against the Yankees in which they basically showed who's the better team. I won't spoil anything, so you can watch that. But anyway, they'll be playing a two-game series against the Baltimore Orioles before returning home for a 19-game homestand. And this is from a game from May 27th, which would have been my dad's birthday, 1961. So this would have been his 27th birthday. So anyway, happy birthday, Dad. And let's get this game underway. So we're going to have, let's see, it's going to be in Baltimore. So we're going to have Chuck Estrada on the hill for the Orioles. And as you can see, he's wearing his New York Mets uniform. So I'll be right back after I fix that. All right, we get that all fixed now. So Chuck Estrada had a 15-9 record in 1961 with a 3.69 earned run average, 212 innings pitched, 159 hits allowed, 132 walks, quite a few, and 160 strikeouts. So a good season overall by Estrada for the Baltimore Orioles. So the lineup for the visiting Boston Red Sox is going to be Chuck Schilling, the second baseman, will lead it off. Be followed by Gary Geiger, the center fielder. Next up, the rookie Carl Yastrzemski playing left field. Vic Wertz, the first baseman, will hit cleanup. Jackie Jensen is the right fielder, batting fifth. Frank Malzone is your third baseman, hitting sixth. Russ Nixon behind the plate, bats seventh. Don Button, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And Bill, do the mambo, as I would say, Mambo Cat, will hit ninth and be on the mound. So the defense behind Estrada is going to be Snyder, Brandt, and Herzog in the outfield. Yes, that's Whitey Herzog, who would later go on to be the manager of the Kansas City Royals. So Snyder average defensively, range, and Brandt and Herzog below average range. Snyder the most error prone and Herzog the most sure-handed and right. Although Herzog has the weakest arm of the three with a below average arm, and Snyder and Brandt average arms in left and center. Robinson, Hansen, Adair, and Gentile I should say, in the infield. Robinson a vacuum at third base, Brooks Robinson, with a fairly low error rating. Hansen and Gentile above average at shortstop and first base, respectively. And Adair average range, but very sure-handed at shortstop. Behind the plate, Trianados is average range with extremely high error rating, in fact, as high as you can get, but a very good arm behind the plate. So Chuck Schilling steps up to the plate. He comes in hitting .250 on the season with a homer and 8 runs batted in. So Estrada looks in for the sign from Trianados. Here's the windup and the pitch. And there's his picture change to his Oriole uniform. 2-3, and that is going to be a strikeout. So Estrada gets Schilling for out number one. Next up, Gary Geiger comes in hitting .257 on the season with 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch by Estrada. And that will be a walk, and Boston has its first base runner. And as the captain, Carl Yastrzemski, he's been slumping as of late. Average dipping below 200, hitting just .198 with 3 homers, 17 runs batted in. So Gentile will hold him on. Here's the windup and the pitch to Yastrzemski. And, oh, Yastrzemski does not draw the walk, surprisingly, with a walk plus there. See what he can do with it. And instead, he's going to ground out to second. And that will be a 4-6-3 double play. So that'll do it for the Red Sox in the top of the first. We are getting some lag here. Oh, I just noticed too, we do not have a picture of Baltimore Orioles logo either. We are slacking. Anyway, we'll have it for next game. We're not going to try to put it into this game. Unless we have a game crash, then we'll, which is highly possible. Oh, look at Whitey Herzog does not have a picture. So we'll be right back to make sure all the Baltimore Orioles have their pictures in there. And we'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back with all the pictures here. This is the first time they're playing the Baltimore Orioles in 1961. So Bill Monboquette, as you can see, he's on the mound for the Red Sox. He's got all dot dashes. That isn't Morse code. That's his name, but his name is so long that it doesn't fit on the playing field. So they solve it by putting dots and dashes. So Bill Monboquette has a excellent range with a very low error rating on the hill, very agile on the hill. Defense behind him is going to be Yastrzemski, Geiger, and Jensen. Yastrzemski and Geiger average range, Jensen above average range, with all three of them having slightly above average arms. And Jensen being the most sure-handed, and Yastrzemski just getting used to the left field with the highest error rating. In the infield, it's going to be Malzone, Budden, Schilling, and Wirtz, all average range, except for Schilling, who's slightly above average. Schilling, the most sure-handed. And Boot and Budden, the most likely to commit an error at shortstop, with Malzone slightly behind him. Nixon, pretty much probably the worst defensive catcher in baseball currently, has a 1 range, well below average range, and extremely high error rating with a 20, the highest you can get, and a below average arm. So that's your defense behind Monboquette. I think I went through the lineup already for the Baltimore Orioles, but I will go through it again. Whitey Herzog, the right fielder, will lead it off. Rush Schneider is the left fielder, batting second. Brooks Robinson is at third base, will bat third. I don't think I did actually go through the lineup now. Jim Gentile, the first baseman, hits cleanup. Jackie Brandt is a center fielder, hitting fifth. Gus Triandos behind the plate, hits sixth. Ron Hansen, the shortstop, bats seventh. Jerry Adair, the future Red Sox, will bat eighth, and Chuck Estrada on the hill will bat ninth. So Whitey Herzog hit .291 in 1961 with 5 homers, 35 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch by Monboquette. And Herzog will get a double off of him. So Baltimore Orioles have a runner in scoring position to lead it off. So Rush Schneider up now. Schneider, .292 hitter for the season with a homer and 13 runs batted in. And that's going to be a range play at Memorial Stadium. And it's going to be back. No, it's not actually, as Geiger is able to get to that one. So robbed Schneider of an RBI double there by making a nice running catch as he flies out to center. And Herzog will hold put at second. So Brooks Robinson up now. Robinson, .287 hitter with 7 homers, 61 runs batted in, 61. And they're going to have him bunt here. And it's going to be a poor bunt. The lead runner will be thrown out, and Robinson will be safe on the fielder's choice. So unsuccessful bunt by Robinson. So that'll be Jim Gentile, .302 hitter with 46 homers, 141 runs batted in. Extremely good year in 1961. And it's going to be 6-4. It's going to be a Memorial Stadium check. And that's going to be a ground out to Button. He's able to handle this one over to Wirtz. And the side is retired. So after one full, no score. So the Red Sox will have Wirtz, Jensen, and Malzone, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, up against Estrada, who tied the Red Sox in order in the first. So Wirtz comes in hitting .258, 5 homers, 13 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch by Estrada. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Bryant is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Jackie Jensen up now. He's having a fine season, hitting .357, 4 homers, 20 runs batted in. So off to a fast start. And home run possibility here. And that's going to be out of the pitcher's range, so that will not be a homer. Instead, it will be a long fly to Herzog in right. So 2 down. And the Red Sox second brings up Frank Malzone, also having a great year so far. Hitting .345 with 5 homers, 21 runs batted in. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Hansen has it over to Gentile. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the top of the second. So after 1.5, no score. So the Red Sox come into this game are 15-20, which was their exact record on the season. And they did lose this game to the Orioles 5-4. So if they can get a victory, they can pull a game ahead of their pace. So Monboquette back on the hill. He'll face Brandt, Triandos, and Hansen. Brandt hit .297, 16 homers, 72 runs batted in 61. Monboquette looks in for the sign from Nixon. Kicks and delivers. And that is going to be a ground ball to Schilling. He'll handle it over to Wirtz for out number 1. Triando's up now. Triando's .244 hitter. 17 homers, 63 runs batted in. And it's going to be a range play at Memorial Stadium. And that's going to be handled by Button. Over to Wirtz for out number 2. So it'll be up Hansen with 2 outs and the bases empty, hitting .248, 12 homers, 51 runs batted in. And he avoids the strikeout. Instead, he'll hit a weak grounder to Button, who'll throw over to Wirtz for out number 3. So the Orioles go in order in the second, and after 2 full, no score. Bottom third of the order, Nixon, Button, and Monboquette up against Estrada. Nixon hitting .236 so far in the season with 6 runs batted in. And he'll draw a leadoff walk. Does not walk often, but is able to draw the walk. And I think we're going to have Button bunt here. He has a 4 bunting rating. So I think we're going to sacrifice here. So Button squares around the bunt as Gentile is holding on Nixon at first. And, oh, that could have been a home run too, possibly. And it will be successful sacrifice bunt. So Button's able to get the job done. That brings up Bill Monboquette, hitting .176 on the season. So let's see if Monboquette can give the Red Sox the lead here. And, ooh, very good eye, but he does not draw the walk this time. Instead, he's going to ground back to the pitcher. And that is going to be... No, he does not beat the... Only if he beats the 1d6 roll, not if he ties it. So Nixon will have to hold at second as Estrada looks him back. So that'll bring up Schilling with a chance to put the Red Sox ahead. And he does not strike out. And he's going to get the job done as he singles past the second baseman. And Nixon will, he's going to score. As it is green here, so that means he's going to come around the score. So Schilling is able to put the Red Sox ahead, as since Nixon was in motion off of the pitch with 2 down. He was off on contact, so he was able to score. Otherwise, probably wouldn't have. So Estrada fires to first, and Schilling dives back safely. So Geiger up now. Comes in hitting 257. Well, is hitting 257 after his first at bat. Walked in his first at bat. And he'll draw another walk. So that'll bring up the rookie Carl Yastrzemski with runners on first and second and 2 down. Red Sox already with a run in. See if Yastrzemski can add to the Red Sox lead here. It's going to be 5-5. Ooh, possible home run here. And slightly out of the home run numbers for the pitcher. Needed a 1-6 on the blue D20 die for the pitcher and rolled an 8. And would have been out too far for the batter's roll. But we'll see what happens here. And he is going to fly out to left. The Red Sox do score a run on the RBI single by Schilling. And they lead it 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. So Marbuquette with the lead. So Jerry Adair to lead it off. Adair hit 264, 9 homers, 37 runs batted in 61. Here's the kick and delivery by Marbuquette. And he'll strike him out. So Marbuquette gets his first strikeout of the day. That'll bring up the pitcher Estrada. Hit just 114 in 70 at-bats. And he swings and misses for out number 3. That's weird. I thought I got Whitey Herzog's pitcher in there. Hold on here. We'll be right back. Alrighty, and we're back, and I had 2 spaces in between Whitey Herzog's first name and last name, so I did not recognize it. You have to get it exact and inside pitch. So anyway, Herzog doubled in his first at-bat, comes to the plate with 2 outs and the base is empty. There it is. Kind of looks almost like a young, see why they called him Whitey, almost looks like a young Boog Powell. So 2-1, and he'll strike out. So he'll do it for the Orioles in the third. So after 3 full, it's Boston 1 and Baltimore nothing. Big Wirtz to lead it off. The top of the 4th. Wirtz 0 for 1 today. And he'll fly out to Branton Center for out number 1. Next up, Jackie Jensen. Jensen 0 for 1 on the day. And it's going to be Memorial Park check. And he's going to ground 1 the first. Gentile has it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for out number 2. So Malzone up now with the bases empty and 2 down. And Malzone will draw the walk. So 2-out walk. Brings up Nixon, who walked and scored. The only run of the game so far for the Red Sox. Came around on the Schilling RBI single. And another Memorial Stadium check here. And that's going to be a ground ball to Adair. Flips over to Gentile at first. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the top of the 4th. So after 3.5, a 1-0 Boston. Marbuquette back on the hill. Schneider to lead it off. Schneider 0 for 1. And a possible error here. It's a ground ball. 2-5. And it is a ground ball. It's going to be to Schilling. Schilling very sure-handed. Should be able to handle this one. Oh, he does not. So he gets the 1 roll. That would have been an error for just about anybody other than a zero rater. So a very tough play, very tough error on Schilling there. As he boots it. So leadoff runner is on for the Orioles tying run. Brings up Brooks Robinson. Robinson had an unsuccessful sacrifice in his first at bat. No, actually, it wasn't Robinson. That was somebody else. Anyway, so Robinson up now, and it's going to be a pickoff. And he gets back safely. Monboquette not known for his moves to first. So another pitch to Robinson. And Robinson's going to double. And that is going to be hit into the gap. And Schneider is going to try to score all the way from first. And where was that hit? And Jensen has it. It throws home. Nixon with the tag. And he is going to be thrown out. So Jackie Jensen throws out Schneider trying to score. And let's see here. And Robinson will advance to third on the throw. So it remains 1-0 for the moment. As Robinson is on third now, with a double and advancing to third on the throw. So Jim Gentile up now. Gentile could tie this game with a base hit. And that is going to be a fly out to right. See if it's deep enough to get the run home. And Robinson tags, and he will score easily with the tying run. So 1-1 now. Jackie Brandt up now. The base is empty and 2 down. And he strikes out to end the inning. But the Orioles are able to push a run across. But thanks to Jensen, it's only 1 run. And it's 1-1 after 4 full. So let's see if that run was earned. I think it was, but let's see. Oh, yeah, Schneider was thrown out anyway. So he wouldn't have been on base. So 1 out. So let's just say he was thrown out. Then Robinson would have got the double. And then actually, it might not have been an earned run. So that would have been out number 1. With Robinson at second. He would have probably been at second. And then Gentile fly out to right. So he might have tagged him on a third. And then Jackie... No, so that would not have been... Yeah, because he wouldn't have been on third. He would have been only on second. So I'm going to say that's an unearned run. So Monboquette's run against him was unearned, but it's still a run, so it does still tie the game. So Budden to lead it off for the Red Sox here in the top of the 5th, 1-1 game. Two 5. And Budden, I believe, walked in his first at-bat. And he'll walk again. So Estrada now with 5 walks on the day. So Monboquette definitely will be called upon the bunt here. So Robinson and Gentile in on the grass. Monboquette squares around to bunt. And he strikes out instead. He's able to get contact on it. So Monboquette unable to get to advance the runner. That'll bring up Schilling, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. And he's going to ground one to short. This could be two. And the only play for hands, it's a really slow roller, so the only play for a deer is going to be to first. As Budden moves into scoring position, but now with two down. So Geiger with a chance to put the Red Sox back in the lead. He's been up twice and he's walked twice. And he does not strike out. And he's able to fight one off and get a single. And that will score Budden, who is off with the pitch. So an RBI single for Geiger puts the Red Sox back on top 2-1. That'll bring up Yastrzemski, 0 for 2 on the day. Wind up in the pitch by Estrada, and Yastrzemski will strike out again. So halfway through, it's Boston 2 and Baltimore 1. Monboquette back on the hill for the bottom of the fifth. It's going to be Triandos, Hansen, and Adair up for the O's. And that'll be a ground ball. Oh, and this is a range check. So that's going to be a base hit at least. And it's going to be an error on Yastrzemski as Yastrzemski boots the ball out there. So a base hit, an error allowing him to come to second. So the tying run in scoring position with nobody out for Hansen. Hansen 0 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be hit to Geiger in center, and Geiger will track this one down again. And that will not be deep enough for the runner to advance, so he'll hold at second. So Adair up now. Adair struck out in his only at bat. And this time avoids the strikeout. And instead it's going to ground out to Budden. He goes over to Wirtz for out number 2. Triandos will hold at second. Estrada with a chance to tie the game here. Estrada struck out in his only at bat. And he'll strike out again to end the inning. So it remains 2-1 Boston as we head to the top of the 6th. Estrada back out there. Wirtz 0 for 2 on the day. We'll lead it off for the Red Sox. And this time he draws a walk, so he reaches for the first time today. So Wirtz not a threat to steal. Gentile will hold him on, and do we bunt? Not a bad bunter. He's a 3 bunter here. No, he's only a 2 bunter. We're going to let Jensen hit away. He's having a good season, so we're going to see if we can tack on more than just the 1. 3-1. And, oh, that is going to be a ground ball to third. And that will turn 2. So Jensen grounds into the double play. So there'll be 2 outs and the base is empty from Malzone. Malzone 0 for 1 with a walk. And it's going to be a range play. Range play on the shortstop, Hansen. Hansen above average range. And is able to get to this one and over to Gentile to end the inning. So it remains 2-1 Boston as we head to the home half of the 6th. Top of the order, Herzog, Snyder, and Robinson lead it off against Monboquette. Monboquette has been very effective today. Has pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, and 1 run, which was unearned, and struck out 5. So he's having a good outing. ERA now below 4. So Monboquette hoping to go to 3-6 on the season. So 6-5, and that's going to be a range play. And it's going to be a range play on Budden. And he'll get to it. Over to Wirtz for out number 1. Rush Schneider up now. 0 for 2 on the day. And he strikes out. So Monboquette gets his 6th K of the day. Then it'll be on Brooks Robinson. He's 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. And he does not strike out. Instead flies out to Yastrzemski to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Orioles in the bottom of the sixth, and through 6 full, it remains 2-1 Boston. Red Sox would like to add to the lead. Nixon 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored will lead it off. Top of the 7th. And it's going to be a ballpark check, range play at Memorial Stadium. And that will be a flyout. And Herzog will make the catch for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down for the Sox. Brings up Budden. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. Does not have an official at bat. Has walked and scored. And he will ground out to the shortstop, Hansen, for the second out. Monboquette up now. And I think we're going to let Monboquette hit. Yeah, he's still got plenty left in the tank. So Monboquette will hit for himself. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And he'll ground out to a deer to end the inning. So the Red Sox go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here at Fenway. It'll be Gentile, Brandt, and Triandos, the heart of the order for the Orioles, down by a run. Gentile is 0 for 1 with an RBI. And he'll strike out. So Monboquette gets his 7th K of the day. Jackie Brandt up now 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So Monboquette continues to cruise around. Cruise along. 6-6. And it'll be a ground ball to Budden. He handles it over to Wirtz. So 2 up and 2 down. Triando's up now 1 for 2. And it's going to be a possible error on a throw here. 6-4. And that will not be as it's hit to the outfield. And Yastrzemski makes the catch at the end of the inning. So we'll head to the 8th. The Red Sox holding on to a 1-run lead. Top of the order, Schilling, Geiger, and Yastrzemski. If anybody gets on Wirtz for the Red Sox, Estrada back out there. Estrada's pitching a fine game himself. Has only allowed 2 hits. But has walked 6. And he strikes out Schilling for out number 1. Then we have Geiger. He's got a pair of walks and a single. Also knocked in a run. To give the Red Sox the lead. And he'll strike out this time. So he's retired for the first time today. So Yastrzemski, 2 outs and the base is empty, comes to the plate. Average continues to fall, now 194. And he does not walk. Instead, will ground out to Hansen. So Yastrzemski, hitless on the day. And likely to stay hitless, as depending upon what happens here. So Monboquette back on the hill for the bottom of the 8th. He'll face Hansen, Adair, and Estrada, the bottom third of the order. Estrada will most likely be pinch hit for, with the Orioles down by 1. So Hansen 0 for 2 now. And he'll strike out. So Monboquette continues to roll along with his 8th strikeout of the day. Adair 0 for 2 with a strikeout up now. And he'll fly out to Geiger in center for out number 2. So that is going to be it, as Estrada is going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. So Dave Philly was actually used in the game. He's a switch hitting left fielder, and he'll be come on to pinch hit for Estrada. Philly with his first at bat of the season. He was actually a lot of the Orioles' first at bat of the season, because we're only playing the Red Sox games, not all the Orioles games, only the games which they play the Red Sox. So Philly hit .250 with a homer and 23 runs batted in, 144 at bats. So he'll come up with 2 outs and the base is empty. It's going to be 5-3. 2-5, and that will be a fly ball to Geiger. We'll make the catch that inning. So we are going to bring in Hof and Hyde. So Hoft is a lefty, and I think he's going to come on to face Wirtz. He's a good pitcher, too. So Billy Hoft comes in. He had a good season in 61, 7-4 record with 3 saves, 2.02 earner and average, 138 innings pitched, 106 hits allowed, 52 walks, and 100 strikeouts. So come on, here to pitch the Red Sox in the top of the ninth. Red Sox would love to add to their lead here, get a little insurance. And he's not hit by the pitch. Instead, we'll hit one weakly to Robinson at third, who fields it over to first. For out number 1, Jackie Jensen hitless on the day. And possible error if there's a throw. And there's going to be an error to the shortstop, Hansen. Good chance of an error here. And it will be an error on the throw by Hansen as it pulls Gentile off the bag. So Jensen reaches on the error by Hansen. Could do a hit and run here. I think we might with Malzone. We're going to do a hit and run here. And Malzone does not walk. Instead, he's going to hit one. And that's going to go into the gap. He'll double to center. And Jensen's going to be waved around, and he'll score. So Jackie Jensen scores on the RBI double by Frank Malzone. So it was a perfectly executed hit and run there. And the Red Sox add to the lead by a run. So Russ Nixon up now. And I think Russ Nixon is going to be, let's see here. Yeah, we'll leave him in. Yeah, we'll leave Nixon in. So Nixon with a chance to add to the Red Sox lead here. Still only 1 down. And he strikes out. So 2 down now for Budden. Budden with a chance to add to the Red Sox lead. 5-3. And he does not strike out. 2-3. And instead he'll fly out to Snyder to end the inning. But the Red Sox are able to tack on a run. And that is an unearned run. Yeah, because that allowed that Jensen was safe and he scored, so that would be an unearned run. So another insurance run from Monboquette. Still plenty left in the tank, and he'll try to close it out. He'll face the top of the order, Herzog, Snyder, and Robinson. Herzog is 1 for 3 with a double. So here's the windup in the pitch by Monboquette. Oh, and he walks the leadoff batter. Not a good thing. So that insurance run looking big right now as Snyder's up now. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So Wirtz will hold on Herzog. Herzog not a threat to steal. Oh, and it's not strikeout Snyder. He's hoping for the strikeout there. And here's the windup in the next pitch, and that's going to be a base hit. As Herzog holds at second. Oof, man. There is action in the Red Sox pen. Monboquette did go the distance, pitching 8 2/3 innings in the loss. Dangerous Brooks Robinson up now. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. As Pinky Higgins goes out to talk to Monboquette, talks to him for a bit. Nixon joins in the conversation. They decide to leave him in there. So Robinson up to the plate now. 1-5. Oh no, an error and a possible throw. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a double. No error. And they're going to hold Snyder at third so Robinson able to get the tying run home. I mean the run number 2 home. So a single could win it now. Oh boy. Ooh, the dangerous Jim Gentile up now. Is Gentile a lefty? Yes, he's a lefty. I think we're going to... he's dangerous, equally dangerous against lefties and righties. He might be a little bit more dangerous again. He's got single splits off of against left-handed pitchers, so I don't, it's not going to do us much good to switch to a lefty pitcher. He's probably even, yeah, he's equally as bad. He will strike out a little bit more often against lefties, but I'm going to leave Monboquette in there. Do not have a great pen, so Monboquette's game to win or lose, and we are going to bring the infield in. So, infield's playing in. Actually, no, maybe they won't. Because even if they tie the game, we just don't want the winning run to come home. So, if the infield plays in and a single could score 2. So, we'll play back, at least trying to knock down that go ahead and the winning run. So, Gentile up now, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Monboquette would love a strikeout right now. And he gets it. So he strikes out Gentile for out number. Wow. Probably should have walked him now that I think about it. So I think we're going to do that with Brandt here to get to Triandos. Boy. Because that'll be the catcher running. So it's a chance for home to first double play or play the infield in. So Jackie Brandt up now. What did Jackie Brandt hit on the season? 297. I think we're going to intentionally walk Brandt, which I can't remember how to do. Oh, I think I know how to do it. So 2-5. Looks like he's going to walk anyway, so we didn't do it intentionally, but anyway, an unintentional, intentional walk. So that will load the bases with a 1 down. And we're going to go for it here. We're going to try to... I don't know. I don't know if we want to bring the infield in. If we bring the infield in, we have a chance to get chance to get a double play to get out of it to preserve the win. But if we bring in the infield and they get a single past us, then we could lose the game there. So we'll play back. And we're going to take out Monboquette now. And we are going to bring in... I think we're going to bring in Dave Hillman. Chet Nichols we could bring in there. We want to bring in a righty. Our righties, though, just are bad. Well, even though Hillman doesn't have a save, he's our best bet. He's got the lowest ERA. And Fornellis has not been that good. Fornellis is our closer, though. Let's take a look at the splits here for Triandos. Yeah, he's got lefties, better against lefties, so definitely don't want to bring in a lefty here. And we'll bring in Hillman. He's our best bet. So Hillman hasn't been wonderful either, but 1-0 with a save, 4.98 earned run average on the season. 21 2/3 innings pitched, 29 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 6 walks. So he's been pretty bad too. Alrighty, here we go. So Triando's up to the plate, 1 for 3 on the day. Bases loaded. Tying run at third, winning run at second. Here's the windup in the pitch by Hillman. And Hillman coughs it up. Triandos hits it a long way, back, and it's a walk-off grand salami. And the Orioles fans are going crazy as Triandos hits a walk-off grand salami. How many home runs did Triandos had? He had 17 on the season. So Orioles fans going nuts as they mob Triandos as he goes home. And the Orioles with the walk-off grand salami. And the Red Sox are defeated despite having a 2-run lead going into the bottom of the 9th. Ouch. Oh, that one hurt. So the Orioles score 5 and win it 6-3. That was bad. Wow. So if you're watching this one, that was painful. Ouch. So if you're watching this when you're drinking your coffee and having your breakfast, sorry for this awful finish to the game. This Mamboquette now is going to fall to 2-7 on the season. 8 1/3 innings. He was pitching awesome up until the 9th inning there. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. So Hillman comes in and coughs up the game-winning grand salami. Wow. So 5 hits allowed, 5 runs, only 4 of them earned. 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. Hillman pitched to 1 batter, allowed 1 hit. But it was a big one. It was a walk-off grand slam to the catcher. So Estrada goes 8 innings. Estrada pitched well, too. Only allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned. Did walk 6, though, so he was pretty wild. 5 hits and 5 strikeouts. Hoft gets the win. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned. And a strikeout. So, let's see. For the victorious Baltimore Orioles, Roddy Herzog 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Schneider was 1 for 4 with a run scored. Brooks Robinson had a fine day, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a pair of doubles. Jim Gentile 0 for 3 with a RBI. Jackie Brandt 0 for 3 with an RBI, and Gus Triandos, player of the game, with a walk-off grand slam. Russ Hansen 0 for 3, Jerry Adair 0 for 3, Chuck Estrada 0 for 2, and Dave Philly, pinch hitter, 0 for 1. For the Red Sox, Chuck Schilling 1 for 4 with an RBI. Gary Geiger 1 for 2 with an RBI, a couple of walks also. Carl Yastrzemski continues to struggle in his rookie season, 0 for 4, average dipping down to 193 now. Vic Wertz 0 for 3, Jackie Jensen 0 for 4 with a run scored. Frank Malzone 1 for 4 with an RBI and a double. RBI double. Russ Nixon 0 for 3 with a run scored. Don Budden 0 for 2 with a run scored. Also walked once. Nixon and Malzone also walked, along with Wirtz. Geiger had a pair of walks. And Bill Mamboquette 0 for 3. Hillman did not get an official at-bat. Did not get an at-bat. But he did cough up the game-winning grand slam. So that is it. As Carl Yastrzemski and the Red Sox fall to the Orioles in Game 1 of the series. We'll be back with Game 2 in the series soon. And then we'll be thankfully going home for a 19-game homestand. So hopefully that 19-game homestand we can get ourselves straightened out. But the Red Sox fall to 15-21, which is their actual record on the season. So they did not lose any ground today, but could have gained one. So anyway, take care and God bless, and we will see you in the next video. Have a good night, and bye-bye.